Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Khadija Tishar Khan. This is Fatima Tishar Khan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Abdullah, and inshallah today we are going to be covering Surah Al Ikhlas. The book we are using is the Clear Quran for Children. And continuing on to where we left off, Surah Al Ikhlas is the 112th chapter of the Quran. So mainly, this surah, it corrects the beliefs of those who worship more than one God, associate partners with Him, attribute Him with sons, daughters, children, and basically attribute Him with sort of human things. He is exalted, and like if we can have children, He cannot. Then that means that doesn't mean that we have the upper hand. Just that means we are sort of in a sense, unexalted while he is exalted. So the background story of this is some pagans or some idol worshippers. They asked the question. Now, Fatima, Khadija, what is that question?
What does your God look like?
They did inquire, or to simplify, they did ask, how does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala look like? Whether, as they say, is your God made of stone, gold, silver, wood? And this surah was revealed to correct them on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and give us information that this is the true God. So another side story is that the idol worshippers sent a man named Hussein to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they told Hussein to ask him to stop preaching. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asked Hussein, how many gods do you have? He said, 7, 6 on earth and 1 in heaven. And then could one of you guys tell me what happens next?
Prophet Muhammad said that worship the one who's in heaven.
No, how did Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam convince him? That's correct, but how did he?
Because he asked when you want something, who do you pray to? Allah.
Hussein answered, the one in heaven. And this continued for a small sequence until the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, then if you can't ask the other 6 for anything, why don't you just ask the one in heaven? And that, my dear friends, is Tawheed al-Uluhiyya, or like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one. So there's a question that one may ask is, can Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create another God, or can He make a rock that He cannot carry? Now, Fatima, Khadija, go on, answer that.
He cannot.
Huh? That's the incorrect answer.
He can, why would he?
No, give a full explanation of why. Like this. Why? Answer. What?
It's just
Okay.
like if a queen steals from her own stone.
Okay, instead of giving me ratawa examples, actually explain it. You expand on what you just said. Don't just leave it ambiguously. Okay. So Fatma, she gave the memorized example of why can't it's the same thing as asking why can't the queen steal a chocolate from the store. Although the queen does have the power to do that, it does not fit the majesty of the queen. It doesn't fit that. So that's why, although Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can, it does not befit Him to actually do this in His perfect wisdom, in His majesty. It does not fit Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do such things. Whereas if I were to quote the certain exact words, it would be, but He only does what fits His majesty and honor based on His perfect wisdom, and that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can, but He has decided not to. So now we'll go to the ayah by ayah translation of Surah Al Ikhlas. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل هو الله أحد. Say, O Prophet, He is Allah, the unique one. Allahu Samad. Allah. Allah, the true master. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. He has never had children and he was not born. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ, and there is no one equal to him. Assalamu alaikum.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.